Journey to the heavens. In this video, we're ascending to the legendary Mount Olympus to meet the powerful, dramatic, and unforgettable gods and goddesses of ancient Greece. Get ready to discover the pantheon. Ares, the personification of untamed conflict. Ares is the god of savage warfare, bloodlust, and brute violence. Unlike his sister Athena, who governs strategy and discipline, Ares embodies the brutal, unpredictable frenzy of the battlefield. He is often depicted in shining bronze armor, driven by a thirst for chaos and slaughter. Although powerful and often victorious through sheer aggression, his rash temperament frequently put him at odds with the other gods, who generally preferred calculated victory over senseless destruction. Dionysus. A latecomer to Olympus and the only major god born of a mortal mother, Dionysus is the eccentric god of wine, revelry, madness, and religious ecstasy. His domain centers on the blurring of boundaries between civilization and wilderness, and between reason and passion. He taught mortals the art of viticulture, but his influence could be dangerous. He commanded the power to induce divine madness, leading his followers, the Maenads, into states of wild, intoxicating celebration and sometimes terrible violence. Hephaestus. Behold the brilliant artisan of Olympus. Hephaestus, the god of fire, metalworking, sculptors, and volcanoes. Thrown from Olympus shortly after his birth, he is the only physically deformed god, bearing scars from his fall. Despite, or perhaps because of, his painful past, he is the most skillful craftsman in the cosmos, forging the lightning bolts of Zeus, the armor of heroes, and the automated servants that aid him in his fiery workshop beneath the earth. Hestia. The quiet yet essential deity in the Greek pantheon is Hestia, the goddess of the hearth, home, family, and domestic duty. She represents the stability and warmth that holds a community together. As the firstborn child of Cronus and Rhea, she was one of the original Olympians, but she famously surrendered her throne to Dionysus to ensure perpetual peace, dedicating herself instead to guarding the sacred flame of the hearth in every home and every city's council hall. Demeter. The cycles of life and abundance are inextricably tied to Demeter, the powerful goddess of agriculture, harvest, fertility, and sacred law. Her benevolent temperament ensures the bounty of the fields, providing sustenance for humankind. However, her immense power is tempered by profound sorrow. When her beloved daughter Persephone was abducted by Hades, Demeter's grief plunged the world into a deep, unending winter, demonstrating her capacity to bring famine and scarcity until her child was returned. Aphrodite. Eternally youthful and stunningly beautiful, Aphrodite is the goddess of love, beauty, pleasure, passion, and procreation. She rose from the sea foam and wields an irresistible power that affects all living things, gods, mortals, and beasts alike. While married to the craftsman Hephaestus, her heart famously belonged to the handsome warrior Ares. Her myths are a testament to the inescapable, often chaotic, and ultimately destructive power of desire. Hera. We now honor the formidable queen of the gods, Hera, the goddess of marriage, women, childbirth, and the family unit. As the sister and wife of Zeus, she possesses immense authority, yet her mythology is dominated by her legendary jealousy and calculating vengeance. Fiercely protective of the sanctity of marriage, she ceaselessly persecutes the many lovers and illegitimate children of her philandering husband, Zeus, most famously the hero Heracles. Hermes. The quickest mind and fastest feet on Olympus belong to Hermes, the agile god of travel, communication, commerce, thieves, and boundaries. Equipped with his winged sandals and helmet, he serves as the official messenger of the gods, effortlessly crossing the barrier between the mortal realm and the divine. He is also a psychopomp, guiding the souls of the dead to the underworld, making him the cunning and versatile patron of travelers, merchants, and anyone who lives by wit. Hades. Though often feared, we must acknowledge Hades, the formidable god and immutable ruler of the underworld. The dead in subterranean wealth, he is one of the three great brothers, along with Zeus and Poseidon, who divided the cosmos. Residing in his vast, shadowy domain, he oversees the fate of all souls who enter. Though not an official Olympian, his power is absolute, and his wealth, derived from the Earth's mineral deposits, is boundless, earning him the alternate title of Pluton. Poseidon. Feel the raw, unpredictable might of nature embodied by Poseidon, the god of the seas, earthquakes, storms, and horses. Wielding his mighty trident, his temper is legendary. His moods determine whether the oceans are calm and navigable or chaotic and destructive. A volatile figure who controls the waves, he is capable of summoning tidal floods or shattering the Earth's foundations with a simple stamp of his foot, making him one of the most powerful and often wrathful deities. Apollo. A figure of perfect balance and intellect. Apollo is the god of music, poetry, archery, medicine, prophecy, and light. A leader of the muses, he drives the sun's chariot across the sky and speaks to mortals through the oracle of Delphi, guiding them toward reason and enlightenment. He embodies the idealized male form, youthful, athletic, and disciplined, but his golden touch can also bring sudden illness and plague, showing his power over life and death. Zeus. Seated on the great throne is Zeus, the supreme patriarch, king of the gods, and ruler of Mount Olympus, the sky, thunder, and lightning. Having successfully overthrown his father, Cronus, to end the Titan Age, he is the enforcer of justice and cosmic law, wielding the awesome power of the thunderbolt. Despite his absolute authority, his numerous affairs and political maneuverings often create chaos, making him a complex figure who is both absolute ruler and the source of much divine drama. Artemis. A shining force of independence and precision. Artemis, the goddess of the hunt, wilderness, the moon, and wild animals. The twin sister of Apollo, she is an eternal maiden who rejects the bonds of marriage, dedicating herself entirely to the remote forests where she hunts with her silver bow. She is the fierce protectress of nature, chastity, and young girls, showing an unforgiving hand to any mortal or god who dares to disrespect her or her wild domain. Athena. Finally, the strategic genius and most revered goddess, Athena, the goddess of wisdom, strategic warfare, handicraft, and civilization. Uniquely born fully grown and armored from the head of Zeus, she is the patron of heroes, embodying disciplined, defensive military action, a sharp contrast to Ares' bloodlust. She gifted humankind with the olive tree and mastered the arts of weaving and pottery, forever linking her to both intellectual pursuit and practical civic success. That concludes our exploration of the 14 Olympians. Which deity captivated you the most? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more myths and legends.